Okay, everybody, welcome back, and this is our third year in the vineyard, trying to see if we can get something going here. We have no victory points. We've already been through a couple of years. So let's think here. I sort of thought about a little bit about what I wanted to do. So I think I'm going to take my rooster and put it here and gain this temporary worker just for this year. Also, I'm going to grab the bonus action token. And I'm going to put that down here in my player area. So now, I think I'm going to go ahead with this plan. The Automa player needs to go first. So I'm going to draw an Automa card. That's going to change things a little bit. Okay, so Automa in the summer is going to build one structure. We're going to ignore this because it has a T on it, and that's for Tuscany. Alright, so build one structure. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and place my workers. I really think that I was going to draw another vine card, so let me do that. And I got another white vine. And I'm going to put that in my player area. Somewhere. Okay, I'm going to play a summer visitor. And I'm gonna go ahead and play this contractor card here. Choose two, so I can gain a lira, build a structure at its regular price, and plant a vine. So I think I'm gonna gain 1 lira and plant a vine. So I'm gonna go ahead and gain a lira, and I'm gonna plant a vine. So I'm going to take my vine down here, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in this field. And now I have the max value that I could possibly have there. I have 6 altogether, and that's the max that you're allowed. So now that that's done, I'm going to pass and move on into the next phase. So we're going to do fall, and that's going to be draw a visitor card here. And I think I'm going to go for another summer visitor. Let's see what we get. It says discard 2 wine tokens from your cellar or large cellars to gain 3 victory points. That might actually help me towards the end of the game, depending on how we do with these wine orders. Okay. Place him down here. Alright, so now we're going to do Automa for the winter. What's Automa going to do? Automa's going to do nothing because green and yellow are summer. These have a T on them, so we ignore those because we're playing with the standard board. So this red would be a winter action, but we're not going to do it because of that reason. So now we are free to pick what we want. So I think what I'm going to do is, since I have this extra worker, I'm going to go here and harvest. And so when I harvest, I'm going to add these 2 together, so a level 2 white and a level 2 white grape would actually make a level 4. So you add those together, and then there's a 2 for red. So that's my wine tokens there. Now I think I'm actually going to train another worker, but I'm going to use my bonus action token to get a lira discount. So I'm going to, instead of paying 4, I'm going to pay 3. So I'm going to take that, put it back to the supply, and now I'm going to train another worker. And it's just going to help me for next year. So that's the end of this year, and now I'm going to move on into the year-end phase. So we're going to age grape and wine tokens. I don't have any wine tokens, so we're just going to age grapes. That's going to go here. Like so. So we're getting close to being able to fulfill some of these orders over here. And next, I'm going to collect residual payments. I have none still. I'm going to discard down to 7 cards. I still have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5 cards, so we're good there. So now I'm going to clean up and get ready for the next year. So now I'm going to move on into the next year here. I'm going to go ahead and place on one of the wake-up charts or wake up numbers. Let's see what we got. I don't have any money, but I don't think that's going to help me this time. Because I'm going to, well, I would love to build a large cellar, but man, it's a long ways off. Let's go here. Oops. Let's take, either draw a summer visitor or a winter visitor. And I think I'm going to do another summer visitor. Usually that doesn't happen very often, but I'm going to take this bonus token and put it here. Alright, so I'm going to grab another summer visitor, and we got a handyman. All players may build one structure at a $2 discount. You gain 1 victory point for each opponent who does this. So this card's a little weird. It's not going to help us much because, you know, gaining a victory point for each opponent probably wouldn't happen simply because the Automa player doesn't do that. So we would probably just take the $2 discount for this, but we may or may not use it anyways. So I'm going to put it down there. Alright, so now we're going to draw an Automa card. And he's not going to do anything in the summer. This is a T, so we ignore that, and the rest are winter. So now we get a chance to place and do things. The handyman's not going to help me at this time. I don't have wine tokens for that, so I can't really do that. Let's think here. I have 5 workers, so give me just a moment. Okay, I'm back. Finally figured out what I want to do. This game takes sometimes, you know, you get that AP from trying to decide what you want to do. And what I try to do when I play is I look at the winter actions first and like, okay, so what do I really want to accomplish in the winter? And I put all my guys in a row here on, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this and do this. And then whatever's left over, I kind of work with on the summer. At least at this stage of the game. In the beginning of the years here, I like to do some summer actions to sort of build up, and then later on start doing these winter actions. So let's go ahead and get started here. Since the Automa player isn't going to do anything, I'm going to just give a tour in the summer. Actually, I'm going to keep the Grande worker. So I'm going to give a tour in the summer, and I'm going to gain 2 lira. Alright. And now I'm going to completely pass on the rest of the summer actions, and now I'm moving into fall, so I'm going to draw a visitor card, and I think this time I'm going to go for winter. Let's see here. So it says lose 1 victory point to upgrade your cellar to the next level. Actually, that's not too bad if we get into a tight money situation and need that large cellar. So I'll go ahead and put this down here. We're building up some stuff here. Okay, so we need to draw an Automa card to see what Automa does for the winter. And Automa is going to draw a wine order card, train workers, and fill a wine order. So let me grab those. So draw a wine, draw a wine order card, pay to train worker, and fill a wine order. A lot of good spots there. Okay, so now, moving on into what I want to do. Okay, I thought about it here. I think what I want to do is go ahead and harvest. Can never have enough grapes. So let's go down here to the player area, and I need to grab, let's see, that'll be 2 plus 2 is 4, so a level 4 white. Now I can't put it here because it's got one already, so you have to put it on the next available space behind it. And if these were full, then I wouldn't be able to harvest because, or I wouldn't be able to harvest the white grape because there would be nowhere to put it. Okay, so now we need a level 2 red. Okay, so now that that's done, for my next action, I wanted to play a winter visitor card. And down here in my player area, I have Crusher. Crusher says make up to 4 wine tokens. So I'm going to discard that, and actually, these should be over here. So I'm going to discard that. I think the whole game they've been over there. Alright, so just so you know, if you make wine tokens with the space, you only get to make 2. With Crusher, we're going to get to make 4. So looking at my wine orders here, I kind of want to see if I can fulfill this one here. So I'm looking at a 4, 3, 2. So I think I want to convert all these white grapes. So this would be a 5 to a 5, 4 to a 4, and a 3 to a 3. So there's that. And then I'm going to convert the highest level red, I think, and just get one into the cellars here. So that's a level 4 red going in. Okay, so now that that is complete, I would like to fill a wine order, the one that I was just talking about, 432. So I'm going to place my Grande worker on this spot. Automa's already went there, but I think it would be a good thing for me to do. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to fill the wine order, and I'm going to use my bonus action token to gain an extra VP when I do this. So I'm going to grab this card, and it's going to give us 4 victory points and 1 residual. Plus we're going to get an extra victory point for our token here. So I'm going to discard this. So 1, 2, 3, 4 for the card, 1 for the bonus, and then we're going to move this to the 1 residual income spot. Okay, looking at this, I have 1 more worker left. And I was trying to figure out what am I going to do with this worker, because Automa blocked so many spots, ones that I would actually try to utilize. Although I can't really train a worker because I don't have the money for it. I wouldn't mind drawing another wine order card, but Automa blocked that spot. I could make more wine tokens. That's an option. But I'm thinking I'm going to try to make this large cellar next summer, just in anticipation for maybe being able to get another wine order that would require something that would need a large cellar. I've played this game in the past, and I know that, you know, most of these higher level wine orders require that large cellar. So I think I'm actually going to go here and gain 1 lira for the gain 1 lira spot here. Didn't think I was really going to use that spot, but since Automa blocked so much, I think it might be the best decision, considering I'd like to get that large cellar built if possible. Okay, so now we're going into year end, and year end says age, grape, and wine tokens. So I'm going to age my grapes first, so 3 to 4, 2 to 3. Oh, it looks like I might have forgot to discard these when I filled that wine order. So these 3 actually need to go back to the supply for filling this wine order up here. And I'll age my level 4 red to a level 5 red. Next, we need to collect residual payments. I get 1 lira. So now I have 4. And discard down to 7 cards. I have 5 cards, so we're good there. So now I'm going to move on into the next year here. This will be the 5th year of the vineyard coming up, so I'm gonna go ahead and move forward and press on and see if I can get 1 more year in before I wrap up this episode. Okay, we are now starting the 5th year, so before I do that, I need to clean up real quick and get it all set up here. Okay, so now that cleanup's done, I need to pick a new wake up number to get started. And I'm going to go here. I'm going to get this bonus action token. And I'm also going to get 1 lira from the supply. Alright, so now we're moving into summer. So we need to draw an Automa card to see what Automa is going to do this summer. Okay, Automa's we're gonna ignore this one because it has a T that's for the Tuscany board. So he's gonna plant a vine and he's gonna sell grapes. Alright, so plant a vine and sell grapes. Okay, so I thought it over just a little bit. I have sort of a plan. I'm looking at all my cards and money, and what I want to accomplish this summer is I really want to see if I can build that large cellar. As you remember last turn, I went and gained 1 lira because there wasn't a whole lot left to do there. And I thought, well, I'll get the money from here. I'll get the money from the wake up track. So now, maybe, just maybe, I could build that large cellar. I don't actually have enough to build it, but I do have this handyman card. Let's go ahead and get the turn going. So first things first, I'm gonna place a worker and play my handyman. So I'm gonna do a summer visitor. Take this handyman card. It says all players may build 1 structure at a 2 lira discount. Now we won't get the victory points from this, and this may be a card that if you're playing solo, maybe you don't want this in the deck, but it's actually helping me right now. I didn't know if I was going to use it or not, but a 2 lira discount sounds pretty good to me, so I'm going to discard that and go ahead and a large cellar, if you look, it's worth 6 lira. I have 5, so I'm going to pay 4 to the supply, and I'm going to go ahead and grab this large cellar here and place it on my board. Alright, so now that that's done, and now that my money's all wiped out, I'm thinking just ahead a little bit if I can. Try to think 1 step ahead. I think I'm going to go ahead and give a tour so that I can get some money back, because I really just want to have some kind of lira on hand just in case I need it. So I'm going to go ahead and give a tour and gain 2. Alright, that's it for the summer, I think, for me. I'm going to pass and move on into the fall. I'm going to draw a winter visitor this time. So let's see what we get. Okay, I got a benefactor. Draw 1 vine and 1 summer visitor. I don't know how useful this is going to be this late in the game, but nonetheless, we have a benefactor. Okay, so now it is time for winter, so we need to draw an Automa card to see what Automa does this winter. Okay, Automa is, for winter actions, harvest 1 field. We ignore this one, so harvest 1 field. Grab a worker. That's what Automa's going to do in the winter here. Okay, I got 3 workers left. And now I need to sort of think about what do I want to accomplish here. Okay, so I think I have a plan in order here. I'm going to go ahead and draw a wine order card like I said. Let's see what we get. Okay, this is a level 3 red and a level 7 blush. That'll give us 5 victory points and 2 residual if we're able to complete this order. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down into my player area here. Okay, I took another moment to think, and now I would like to play a winter visitor card. This one here, Jack of all trades. Choose 2, harvest 1 field, make up to 2 wine tokens, or fill an order. And since Automa has blocked harvest, I think for this card I'm going to utilize the harvest and I'm going to make wine so that maybe I could fulfill one of these orders down here. So let's go ahead and discard Jack of all trades, and the first thing I'm going to do is harvest. So coming down to my player board here, I got a level 2 red and a level 4 white coming in. So a level 2 red and a level 4 white when you add these up. Okay. So now I'm going to make wine tokens with the second ability I've chosen for that card. So I do have a level 5 red, so that could fulfill this, and then if I put together this 4 with this 3, that'd make a level 7 blush. So that would be 1 wine token I could make. So let me go ahead and do that. These 2 grapes would merge together to create a level 7 blush. And go back to the supply there. And then I think I'll just move this high level red, or higher level one, so 4, a level 4 red wine. Okay, so now that that's done, I have 1 worker left, and I think I know where I'm going here. I'm going to go straight for this, and I'm going to fill 1 wine order. And I also have a bonus action token I'm going to use on that. So I'm going to go ahead and fulfill this wine order right here. So with a level 7 blush and a level 3. So I'm going to grab my 7 and my level 4 red. Put those back to the supply. Discard this card. And I'm going to get 5 victory points for the card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And with my bonus action token, I'm going to get an extra victory point. So we're moving right along now. I got 11 victory points. That was a good summer phase. And now we're moving on into year end. And year end says age, grape, and wine tokens. Okay, so let's do the grapes first. This one ages 1. This one ages 1. Now we collect... Oh, actually, I didn't get the residuals for this. So this needs to go up 2. So I had 1 residual. This one gives me 2. So now I have 3. So now I'm going to gain 3 lira from the bank. And now, getting some money back. Discard down to 7 cards. I only have 4. So that is the end of the 5th year. I'm going to go ahead and get cleaned up. And I'll see you in the next episode where I'm going to finish the final 2 years of our vineyard and see if we can defeat the Automa player as having the best vineyard. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.